Hello friends, myself Prem Shankar Mishra from Vargodia University. We are going to discuss about cathartics. Cathartics, purgatives, what is this, what is its medicinal importance, why we are going to study, we are going to discuss these things, what is its uses, what is its medicinal use, all these things we will discuss under this topic, cathartics. Firstly, we will see prerequisite about cathartics. Cathartics and laxatives generally increases the motility of the intestine or increase the bulk of feces. The doses for all of these drugs are highly empirical and usually extracted from human doses. So these cathartics and laxatives generally used for GI disturbance that can increase the GI motility, which can treat constipation and GI related another disease which can be treated by these drugs. So our main objective is to define here, define about the cathartics. We will discuss about cathartics, purgatives, what is laxative, all these things we will discuss here. After that we will classify on the basis of their mechanism of action, how these drugs, how these cathartics will act on GIT, gastrointestinal tract. After that, one by one we will see the description of all drugs which are we are going to use here as a cathartics. So firstly we will see definition, how we will define the cathartics. Basically it is a substance that can accelerate defecation. This is similar to laxative, which is a substance that eases defecation. Defecation means which can enhance the peristaltic movement of our intestine, because this defecation means, suppose if you are feeling any problem in defecation, it means definitely you have some GI motility related issue. So these drug, what is the main means, the main aim of these drug to enhance the, to accelerate the GI motility, or in another word we can say it can enhance the peristaltic movement of our intestine. By this method they can ease the defecation, usually by softening the feces. It is possible for the substance to be both a laxative and a cathartics. So constipation is generally delayed passage of feces. How constipation occurs? Constipation basically occurs when your peristaltic movement has been delayed. Means within a 24 hours your peristaltic movement, GI gastrointestinal movement occurs basically 3 to 5 times a day. But in case of constipation, this peristaltic movement has been delayed. Due to this, person can suffer from constipation. So the presence of hard dehydrated fecal matter in the rectum, and generally it is used in habitual use of purgative. The presence of hemorrhoid and feces also can treated by these drugs. These are the some characteristic of the cathartics which can use in following conditions. So basically now we will see constipation. Constipation is relieved by non-therapeutic measures like increasing the fiber content of daily diet intake, or increases the daily fluid intake. Suppose if you want to relieve from constipation, then you should increase the fiber content in your daily diet, and you should also increase the fluid intake also. So if it fails the laxative, then purgatives are used. The intensity of their action depend on their dose. So again I am telling, this dose is very important for that. On the basis of dose we can define, we can say this drug will on this specific dose this drug will act as a cathartics. On this specific dose this drug will act as a laxative, and on its a specific dose this drug will act as a purgative. So the intensity of their action depends on their dose. Now laxative eliminates soft semi-solid stool, and purgative leads watery evacuation. Means what do you mean by purgative? It is a strong laxative, we can say. In another word, common parlance, we can say purgative will act as a strong laxative. Means suppose if you are using laxative, then it will eliminate soft semi-solid stool, say soft semi-solid faces. But in case of purgative, they will enhance the peristaltic movement. By this, they can lead to watery evacuation. So the order of effectiveness is described as follows. Apprehended. So we are using here some terminology which will used in cathartics. So first one is apprehend. Apprehend means they can smooth and soft the stool. Evacuate means to empty, to vacate the GIT. And purgative means to clean, properly clean. Due to in previous slide we had seen, purgative means they can enhance, they can lead to watery evacuation, means totally it will clean if you are using purgative. And cathartics means it will be completely clean. These are the some basic difference with cathartics, purgative and laxative. So these are defined. These laxatives can be classified on their basis of their mechanism of action. First one is bulk forming laxative. Second one is osmotic laxative. Third one is a lubricant, and fourth one is a surfactant laxative. One by one we will see here. Bulk forming laxative means those drugs which act on intestinal luminal. It have hydrophilic in nature. It is indigestible vegetables fiber which stimulate peristalsis. Generally peristalsis produces defecation that will refluxes by increasing the fecal bulk due to their water absorption and retaining capacity. So it is some fact about bulk forming laxative. So bulk forming, its example, bulk forming laxative example is wheat bran, isabgol, carboxymethyl cellulose. These are some drugs, some natural drugs which can be used to enhance the fecal material, and it will act as a bulk forming laxative. It should administered with plenty of water. What is its side effect? It have some side effect of, suppose if you are using this drug, bulk forming laxative, then it have some side effect also, like bacterial digestion of vegetable fibers within colony, may be abdominal discomfort, you can say. So second one we are going to see osmotic diuretics. Also, what do you mean by osmotic diuretics? Osmotic diuretics means it will be totally non-absorbable. It will be indigestible disaccharide, and it will act through osmotic action. Osmotic action means it can move from higher concentration to lower concentration, you can say. And its basic example is sorbitol and lactulose, and its dose is 10 gram twice daily with plenty of water. Means just to say one thing, till now we had seen one thing is very common. Means if you have any problem related to fecal material, related to cathartics, then you should use plenty of water. Then you can remove, then you can evacuate, you can easily defecate the fecal material from your GIT. So it have also some side effect. It can lead to flatulence, nausea and cramp. Suppose if you are taking higher dose of these osmotic diuretics, then it can lead to abdominal cramp, it can lead to nausea, and it can lead to flatulence. Third one we are going to see lubricant laxative. What do you mean by lubricant laxative? Lubricant laxative means pharmacologically these are inert mineral oils. It will act on intestinal lumen also. It's a fecal lubricant, and it is a fecal lubricant and a stool softener by decreasing the water absorption. So we can say it is a type of lubricant laxative. Its example is liquid paraffin. Mean you can take liquid paraffin around 15 to 30 ml per day at bedtime. That will lead to deficiency of fat soluble. At last we will see surfactant laxative. What do you mean by surfactant laxative? How we will define this? Surfactant laxatives are luminally Active laxative means it basically acts on lumen, intestinal lumen, and anionic surfactant which soften the stool by decreasing the surface tension of fluid in the bowel, and sometimes it will act as a wetting agent for the bowel by emulsifying the colonic content, which can facilitate the mixing of water to the fatty substance of feces. So this surfactant is basically, its example is docusate sodium, that will act as a surfactant laxative. It can emulsify the fatty content which are present in your, which are present with your feces. So this drug, this laxative will act as a surfactant. So it can also ease the defecation. And at last, these are the some references which I followed for the discussing this topic, cathartics. Thank you so much.